Chicago never buried its mob. It just moved into boardrooms. The Chicago Outfit, a name that once echoed through smoky back rooms and blood-stained alleys, now whispered in the marble corridors of power. You think Al Capone was the end of it? That the gunfire of the 1920s faded into history? No, the outfit didn't die. It evolved. This is the hidden story of how the Chicago mob survived Prohibition, outlasted the FBI, and turned crime into a corporation. It all started in the 1910s, when Chicago was exploding with opportunity and corruption. Immigrants poured in, politicians were for sale, and the city was a frontier of vice. When Prohibition hit in 1920, it was the perfect storm. Overnight, alcohol became gold, and the men who could move it became kings. Al Capone wasn't the first, but he was the one who mastered the game. Capone ran Chicago like a CEO. Bootlegging, gambling, prostitution, every racket brought in millions. He paid off cops, judges, even City Hall. By 1929, he was making more money than most major corporations. But power draws heat. And after the St. Valentine's Day massacre, the government came for him, not with bullets, but with taxes. Capone was gone by 1932, but the organization he built remained. That's when the outfit became smarter, quieter, more disciplined. Under Frank Nitti and later Paul Ricca, the new bosses learned the real secret of longevity: stay out of the spotlight. While the East Coast mobs made headlines, Chicago made deals. During the 1940s, the outfit infiltrated Hollywood unions, Las Vegas casinos, and national labor organizations. They turned union control into profit and political leverage. Jimmy Hoffa's Teamsters weren't just labor, they were power. The outfit used pension funds to build Vegas hotels, bankroll politicians, and wash millions in legitimate investments. By the 1950s, the outfit was running casinos from the shadows. Sam Giancana, charming, ruthless, and untouchable, brought Chicago's muscle into the world of international politics. Giancana had ties to the CIA, to Cuba, even to the Kennedys. Some say he helped JFK get elected. Others say he paid for it with his life. The 1960s were a turning point. Federal pressure increased, wiretaps spread, and the glamour faded. Giancana fled to Mexico, then returned, only to be silenced with 6 bullets in his own basement. But the machine didn't stop. Anthony "Tony Batters" Accardo took control, a man so feared even the most violent mobsters refused to cross him. Accardo was old school. He survived every era, every investigation, and died quietly in his bed at 86. That alone tells you how good he was. Through the 70s and 80s, the outfit's fingerprints were everywhere. Construction contracts, city unions, casinos, waste management, trucking, and real estate. They no longer needed gunmen in alleys. They had lawyers, accountants, and politicians on payroll. The street soldiers still existed, but they were just the lower tier of a corporate empire built on control. The FBI hit them hard in the 80s with Operation Family Secrets, one of the most successful mob takedowns in history. It exposed decades of murders, extortion, and political corruption. Names like Tony Spilatro, the inspiration for the film Casino, brought Hollywood attention back to the outfit, but that light only revealed how deep their roots ran. You see, the Chicago outfit was never just about crime. It was about influence. And influence doesn't vanish. It mutates. By the 2000s, the game had changed. No more Tommy guns, no more warehouses full of booze. The new money was in construction, gambling licenses, nightclubs, and development deals. A handshake could be worth more than a bullet. Today, you won't see men in pinstripe suits and fedoras. You'll see executives, property developers, and fund managers. The lines between legitimate and criminal blurred decades ago. Some say the outfit's descendants now control real estate, logistics, even cryptocurrency operations. Others believe the name itself is gone, but the system remains. Because in Chicago, power has always had a price. It just depends how you pay it. The story of the outfit isn't just about gangsters. It's about America, a country built on hustle, ambition, and the thin line between success and sin. From Al Capone to Ricardo, from Vegas casinos to corporate towers, the rules stayed the same. Control the money, control the people, control the city. So the next time you walk through downtown Chicago, past the glittering towers, the billion-dollar buildings, the banks and corporations, remember this. Underneath the glass and steel, there's a century of secrets buried in the concrete. The outfit never disappeared. It just put on a suit and learned to smile for the cameras. And if you ask me whether they'd do it all again, they never stopped.